Hey!
I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today, we are here with the infamous Matthias for makeup.
Hi guys, it's Matthias and I'm so glad to be here on your channel, Christopher.
So happy
We've been talking about this for weeks and today is the day.
Yes, it is. And today we are having essentially a little battle royale between Jeffree Star Thirsty palette and the Kimchi palette because they both have some of those neutrals and those pops of color. So we wanted to bring spring into the mix a little bit and experience her in all of her glory today. We are also going to be going live on Instagram with both of our followers together, and we're going to be incorporating any comments that might pop up in the meantime and read those off to you guys so that you can know kind of what's going on over there as well.
That'll be hot.
Oh yeah, I think so. So if you guys want to see all of that and hang out with both of us, then stay exactly where you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing, and keep on watching.
Oh God, no.
You know, I did actually turn my phone on vibrate. I just didn't turn my sound volume down. So technically, I was still half done.
Got it. Hey guys.
Hello, everyone. Today, I am going live on Instagram with Matthias for Makeup. An amazing makeup artist. You should check him out on Facebook and YouTube.
I'm so glad to be doing this today because I can't see my mom. It's Mother's Day and she's in quarantine at her place and I'm in quarantine at my place. So I was like, you know what? Let's do a makeup duet from your place to mine, across the sea, across the country. Let's play with makeup. Let's also film it for our YouTube channels. Tomorrow on my YouTube channel, on my Monday Makeup Chat episode, I interviewed Christopher a few weeks ago, so that episode is coming out next week. Tomorrow. So I thought, oh, this would be a great opportunity for us to do our makeup together, and let's just stream it on IG Live. Goes away after 24 hours. So if you really want to see the nitty gritty and want to see it in high def, you go over to his YouTube channel tomorrow, and he's going to post the full beat down.
Yes, I am.
Hi, Hunters. Ziggy.
Oh, I'm so excited to do this. I've never quite incorporated. This is also going to be a YouTube video, as you on Instagram know, and as you on YouTube obviously know because you will be watching it at this point already. But it's cool because I've never really incorporated my Instagram fam into my YouTube fam at the same time. Except for my Instagram followers pick my makeup. That did kind of work out.
You're taking it from the front and the back.
Yes! Diagonally next time.
Woo!
But we're essentially having a battle royale today with the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette for the spring type colors, and then Matthias's spring type colors.
This is the Kimchi palette from RuPaul's Drag Race contestant Kimchi, and I got this at the makeup show a few months ago, and I actually did a demo on my YouTube channel using this palette, and it went horribly bad. It was not good. So I'm giving it another chance today because I'm actually going to ask Chris what he thinks I should do instead, and I'm going to kind of tell you all what happened. What had happened was, and I'm going to actually ask for your advice because I don't know if I did it wrong or I should have done some other step instead, but the eyeshadow was patchy. It was a mess.
Do you know how many of the pigments in there are pressed pigments, or are they all eyeshadows?
I don't know. I wish they could talk to me. Hi, are you a pressed pigment or are you an eyeshadow pigment? I don't know.
Now see, the problem would be if they answer, then you know something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Then you know what kicked in.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab my AirPods because I think that's why there's an echo.
Can I talk to your fans?
You can, by all means, please.
Okay, so while Christopher's away, let's kitty cats play. So how many of you guys are following me already on my YouTube channels? I was just curious. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've never heard of me. ChristopherJMUA, I found him a few months ago, maybe 6 months, 9 months ago, and I've been watching his YouTube channel for the whole time. And I really saw something unique and different in him, and I really wanted to kind of collaborate with him, and I thought, let me reach out to him and let me see if he'd be interested in doing a collaboration with me, or just having a phone call, or just kind of jumping on a FaceTime. I just wanted to reach out to him, you know what I mean? And And so I reached out to him and we had a great conversation. We have a lot of things in common in our personal lives. So I thought that was really great that we connected. And I offered to do this collaboration with him, and I interviewed him live on my Facebook fan page a couple weeks ago through Zoom. And I streamed that live on my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/Matthias4Makeup. Same name here on Instagram. You just find me on Facebook, click like on my Facebook fan page. And every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do a live Facebook stream. And I interviewed him and I screen recorded the interview. It was a good hour-long conversation, and we got into some really great topics about starting a YouTube channel, the hard work that goes behind it, what's our inspiration, what's our creative momentum, how do we keep it going. And then I decided to edit down that interview into a good 15-minute kind of talking point interview, and that's going to be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. And that's on a series I call Monday Makeup Chat, where I sit down and I interview fellow makeup artists and hairstylists. So Christopher will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow in a shortened version of that Zoom call we had that I put on my Facebook fan page. And then today we're filming our makeup so that he can have footage to create a beauty tutorial for and cross-promote my channel, and I'm cross-promoting his channel. And hopefully his fans will come over to my channel and my fans will come over to his channel. That's the hope. That's the goal. Oh, Jojo Menzi says only top screen is echoing.
Well, now, is that the case?
But who's on the top, Matthias or Chris? I think Chris
Please do tell.
Oh. This is not a conversation for YouTube or Instagram.
Please, guys, tell us. You vote. You decide.
Who do you think is on top and who do you think is on the bottom? This is we will find out by the end of this video, so stay tuned. More will be revealed. Oh my God. Chris is on the top.
Okay, so now I'm at
What?
So now, can you hear?
What? Am I that gay?
Shut up!
So what are we doing first?
Cool. Okay, I'm starting out with my eyeshadow base. I chose the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas eyeshadow base.
Okay. Now I'm going to do an eyeshadow base. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in free base. So this is the white one.
Ooh. I'm
going to try the white one. I'm going to try to just really brighten up those eyes, and we'll see what happens.
Nice. Well, you have me feeling like maybe I should use a lighter one. Well, so I'm gonna.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna go get now. WD-40.
As a primer, or what?
Yeah, because these eyelids are getting pretty creaky.
Oh my God, girl. WD-40. She said, I was going to get WD-40. Honestly, I really think you should just try Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. It works much better. And it's better for the skin.
No, my chair started getting really squeaky, and I wanted to fix it. And I remembered that I was going to the kitchen earlier. I even got up and went into the kitchen, and I was like, man, what did I come in here for? Okay, so you're using a super light eyeshadow primer.
Yeah.
Almost white, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of white. You know, so the last time I used this palette on my YouTube channel was about a month ago, and I don't know, I just couldn't get, I put an eyeshadow primer on. I think it was from Urban Decay, but it was clear, right? So just one of the typical clear ones.
Oh, I hate those primers.
Do you really?
I do.
Maybe that was the issue. Maybe that was the issue. Anyway, I laid down like basic colors like taupes, nudes, bones, taupes. And then when I went into the teal blue would not stick to anything that was underneath it. So I thought, oh, are you supposed to like do the blue first? Because I usually build up kind of the contour of the eye, the shape of the eye before I then go in with what I call the accessory colors, like the blues or the purples. Yeah, but the blue wouldn't stick because there was too many other eyeshadows underneath it, and then it became a hot mess. It was awful.
Well, maybe with the eyeshadow palette, it might be one that requires some more of a tackier base to stick to rather than building up on top of other ones.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
Danielle said, you need to send me the link for your chair. Oh, okay, yeah, I will make sure I send you the link to the chair. I just got it, and it's super, super comfy. But I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Magic Star
concealer
in the shade C0.
I tried that last summer. My friend Jen let me borrow it for a couple months, and I tried it, and I did a video on it. I really liked it.
Me too. I've never used it as a base. I got the white one with the intention to use it as a base. I
Yeah.
just never ended up using it.
Now, I
So
don't
this
like
is
the
first-
packaging, however, because if you want to like put that in your pocket and then sit down to go to the movies, you're gonna puncture your.
You will. You definitely will.
It's like, oh, I hate that pointy top. Oh my god! Right?
Hey, what foundation did you use today?
You know, that's a great question. I was wondering if you were going to ask because I was wondering if we were going to talk about it. But I actually used two of my favorite foundations in two different shades. I used the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie for the center of my face. And then I used the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation for the darker perimeters. These are two amazing foundations. They're mattifying and they're full coverage.
Okay, so out of curiosity, what prevents you from using the Beauty Bakery on the T-zone of your face?
You know what? I have two colors of this. I do. I could have done the same thing. They're almost identical. I would say that the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie feels just a touch creamier. So for the under the eye area and then here, I feel like I want a little bit more moisture. It's not moist, but I want a little more fluidity. Whereas this one is like, bam, it is dry. You do not sweat through it. So I kind of kept that one out here, you know, where I don't have to worry so much about fine lines and things like that.
Right. Nice. So I'm going to start with using a very big fluffy brush, which in this case would be, I was looking for my R37 brush, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to use the Morphe M441 brush.
Okay, and are you going to do like a base color or a taupe?
Yes, so I'm going to use more of like a taupey transition shade. Something really neutral and almost skin toned, probably more on the cooler side. Here's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the shade Subtle right there.
Subtle. Oh, okay, got it. I will do the same. I'll use this color right here called Burnt.
Ooh, okay, I like that one.
So I'll go ahead and do a little bit of Burnt.
And I'm going to put that on the outer edge of the crease. I'm not going to bring it quite all the way into the inner corner.
So how did you learn how to do your eyes? Was it all just practice, or did you like look at a lot of like Pinterest or magazines or other YouTubers or?
At first, a lot of it came from watching YouTube, but the hooded eye issues that I had, a lot of the YouTubers that I would watch didn't have hooded eyes and didn't have to incorporate techniques to address hooded eye problems.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of stuff, I kind of just started figuring out on my own because I would notice that, say like I fill out the crease with one color, I put a shimmer on the lid and I'm done. I would notice that my hood would be even more emphasized and my lid would be covered and I would be experiencing transfer and it would just be a huge problem. So I figured out eventually that I could move my deepest shade up past where my lid touched my crease and I could spare myself all that transfer and it made my eyes look so much bigger. And that was something that I just learned progressively as I kind of went along. So combined, I guess.
Who are some of your favorite YouTubers?
When James Charles did art, he was one of my favorites.
Okay. Like more creative looks on his face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just more artistic type looks rather than just like glam type looks.
Okay.
I always liked what is her name? Oh my gosh. She's the Pat McGrath makeup artist for their Instagram. She does the close-up shots. Andre Anele is her name. Or Andrea Anele. Yeah, that's it. She is a really great makeup artist.
That's better.
And Patrick Starr. Patrick Starr was one of my faves from the beginning.
So, you know, I also really loved Patrick Starr when I first found him like 6 years ago, but as I follow him and I continue to be subscribed to him, I really realized that he'll do basically the same look and call it prom season look, and then the same look and call it red carpet look, and it's like it's always the same look.
Yeah. I've noticed lately that it seems like he only really films anymore when he's getting a sponsorship.
Oh, really? Like when he's doing a collaboration with a brand, or he's being paid
Yeah,
to
like
do
whenever
something
there's
for
a
them.
primary product focus, or whenever he does like a Disney Aladdin look. That was
Mm.
really intense. But again, I feel like that was kind of he did it, the whole look for a Disney shoot.
So I've started to kind of like buff out and blur out some of the colors. So I've used like 3 colors so far, but they're all in the kind of neutral family, neutral taupes, a little bit of like a pinky rose, rust, and natural, and toast.
Okay,
Burnt.
so you're just using a mix of neutral tones to get lights and darks and playing with
Yeah.
eye shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how I tend to do my eyes first. Like build up the shape with neutral colors before I go into like some really funky stuff.
I usually will go in with my first transition tone
Uh-huh.
and blend that out. I'll fill up the crease with the pigment, and then I'll blend the pigment out from that point and make it look like it just fades out from there all
with,
over the eye.
All with one color?
At first, yes.
Wow.
Because I like the white, but I like to tone down the white. Same thing with really any other base. If it's not exactly my skin tone, I like to tone it down just a tad bit, because I really enjoy shimmer as my like brow bone highlight and my emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather cover up stark whiteness and turn it into shimmer instead.
When we started talking about doing a duet together, our first one, we're going to do many more, but I said, well, to keep it faster and to keep it moving, why don't we just show up live on Instagram and for YouTube with our bases on, right? Why waste time doing our base? We want to focus on eyes. And Chris was cool with that, but it wasn't the original plan. The original plan was just to do everything, but really, who wants to sit through everything on every single video? Sometimes people just want to get to the fun stuff. So I thought, let's change it up. I'm going to pull out another palette. I'm going to pull out another palette that I've never played with, and only because I just want to give it some love. It's another drag queen collaboration. This is this is Aquaria's palette. She won Drag Race, I think, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And she did a duet with Midas Cosmetics. So this is a little mini palette, and
that is a really pretty palette.
So I do have a yellow, actually, because
is that a matte yellow?
It's a matte yellow. These are all, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it might have a little bit of a satin undertone, but it's basically more of a matte. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just dying to see how pigmented the black is, and I know there's a black in the Kimchi palette, but it wasn't as black as I wanted it to be, so I thought, you know what, let me go in with a smaller brush, dip into this Aquaria NYX black, and let me just build up that outer lash line. So that's what I'm just jumping to real quick.
Okay, cool. Well, then I am going to go into the shade Drizzle in the Thirsty palette, which is this deepest brown shade, and I'm going to do what you've done and deepen up my crease and the outer edge of my lower lash line, just like you are.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do is put some powder under my eye, because you know what, these are probably going to fall just a little bit. So I'm going to put a little powder under my eye.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks, GlamTech. You know what? I do too. GlamTech said that he loves boys in makeup. I definitely love boys in makeup too, because I think we are the beginning of something very big for the world.
GlamTech wanted to know what today's inspiration was. Today's inspiration is a battle royale between drag queens like Jeffree Star, Kimchi, and Aquaria, because we're using all palettes from those 3 queens.
We're going to see if Jeffree can keep up with the 2 queens.
Jojo, yes, I know. I actually knew that because I have makeup clients and women that I do video chats with, and because I do private tutoring online through Zoom and Skype, and I've mentored people in Australia. I just did somebody from New Zealand last week, and it was like 3 p.m. my time was like 8 a.m. her time the next day.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I actually recently became a makeup artist through Il Maquillage, through their online tutoring program.
What's that like?
I don't know yet, because I'm still waiting for my order to come in. I told them that I would start taking clients whenever I got my Il Maquillage products in.
Wow. But I mean, like, what's the process? Like you have to buy products, or they just send them to you, or like, what do you
They
mean?
gave me a $400 voucher. They gave me 6 items that I had to get, like
Okay.
for sure. And then I could choose the remaining items for the remaining amount, or I could, go over however much and just pay the difference. And the way it works is it's booked online. It's $25 an hour. It's a 45-minute session with a 15-minute break on each one.
Oh,
And I can go from 9 to 9. There's no limit, and it's Monday through Friday.
Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited to start it. I thought it was really cool that they came up with the program just because they wanted to give makeup artists who couldn't work during the time like this a place that they could continue to work. And I thought it was a really cool thing that they were doing, and I wanted to be part of it.
So now I'm taking a little bit of the navy blue from the Aquaria palette, and it looks like it's a satin sheen, just a little bit. And I'm just deepening up the outer third of my eyelid up to the crease.
Okay, so you're adding some blue in.
Yeah, you know why? Because I'm gonna use the light blue again, right? Because it's the color that just fell apart for me when I did it on my channel a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna give it another chance, but rather than I really want to do the black into the navy blue into the periwinkle blue, then maybe into the yellow. Do you see it like that ombre effect, darker on the outside, lighter on the inside?
Yeah.
So I thought, let me just try this navy blue over here on the outside and see how that's performing. It's performing okay.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to hit record multiple times.
Okay, so go back to the DSLR and hit record.
I did now.
Oh, okay,
But I
got
have
it.
no idea how long I haven't been recording. But luckily, there is footage from our Instagram live. I can
Yes,
use.
and we have our Zoom. I'm recording
Yes,
the Zoom too.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It's going to be a very bumpy ride tomorrow on your YouTube channel. There's going to be
Yeah.
so much footage. What? Where are they? What? A different camera? What's that filter? All of a sudden it's back to good.
To my YouTube subscribers listening and watching right now, I apologize wholeheartedly.
It's going to be fun. You know what? It might be your most watched YouTube video ever, and you'll have to film like this every single time.
Yeah, I'll have to have a Zoom going, an Instagram live going, and a YouTube recording going.
Right? So here's my question. So my eyelid is not tacky anymore because, the eyeshadow base is dried down. I haven't put anything over the center. But when I got to this step in my other YouTube video where I just reviewed this palette, I tried the teal blue right here, and it just was like patchy mess. So then I thought, oh God, am I really supposed to only use these pigments like on creamy bases? Is that the only way to make these work? And I'm almost afraid. I don't know. I'm scared.
Well, are you gonna be using it in a way that it mixes with other colors? Or are you gonna be using it by itself?
I mean, I do of course want it to mix. So like if I put the teal, the kind of periwinkle blue here, I do of course want it to mix into this navy blue. I don't want it to look like just a line. So yeah, I do want it to blend a little bit.
What I would do is get a fresh base, just a little bit on my pinky finger.
Okay.
And just take it right on that inner portion. But whenever you blend out the edge of it, blend the base into the dark shadow. So that way that has a soft gradient. So that way the shadow will stick in that soft gradient and not start sticking on top of the other shadows. So it should, by theory, blend into the other ones without having too much of an issue and still be bright and packed down and pigmented in the place that you want it to be.
Okay, so let me just reiterate everything that Chris just said. I'm about to go into surgery. You ready? Here I go.
Yes.
Because that is so detailed. Like, oh my God. When I started doing makeup a long time ago, I used Makeup Forever and MAC, and it was not that hard to make these colors work. But these new pigments that have been coming out, they're so like, I don't
Finicky?
know, like finicky. That's the word I'm looking for. Finicky. Yes, like finicky. So what is that? Is that because these brands are like, or these queens are just getting all their palettes made in China and all the Chinese palettes are finicky? I mean, is that the issue here? Jeez.
I think it's because pigments are finicky just period, or like pressed pigments are finicky period. And I think a lot of the time it's because people gripe about, not having intense payoff in pigment, but they also get mad about blendability, and pigments aren't as blendable as eyeshadows.
Exactly.
So I think that the deal with them is just wanting that pigment is a matter of laying it down on that fresh, not touched tacky base. But then the blending needs to be done without that because it's meant to be that bright single pigment the entire time. It's not meant to be like a soft toned down blended shade. It's meant to stand out.
Okay, so I'm going for it, you guys. So look, I've like packed the brush. It's full of blue. I've put
it's gonna be beautiful.
A little bit more of the white primer from Urban Decay, just like Chris suggested.
So you didn't use your pinky.
No, I didn't. That's true. I mean, that's true. I used a brush. I'm just so sanitary that way. But yeah, I mean, but it dried down fast. That Urban Decay one dries down so fast. It's not even damp anymore.
That's awesome. Maybe.
That's just it. Is it? I don't know. Am I going to have the same problem? Okay, we're going to see. Whatever.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Okay, that worked much better than it worked 2 weeks ago when I did this with other primers and other things. I kind of like that idea. I like the idea you gave me of like freshening up a little bit and then making sure the primer that I freshened up kind of blended into the edge of that navy blue. So that was a good suggestion.
Well, good. I'm glad it panned out. Edianu says, Matthias, are you married?
Who's asking? Who's asking? Wait,
well, I'm on top. Don't get any ideas.
Oh my God, Kyle Couture says you never know what you're gonna get. Adianu says yes, finicky is the word. Adianu says, are you married? Yes. I got my ring on right here. Yes.
Jojo said you have killer dimples. Mask for mask.
Oh, M for M, you fool. Matthias for makeup.
Oh. I didn't know what else M for M could have meant.
This video is so not PG-13, you guys.
Oh, no.
That's so funny because on TikTok, you know, you only have a very small space to do a description and then to add like maybe 4 or 5 hashtags. So I decided rather than doing hashtag Matthias for makeup every time I do a TikTok, I thought, well, let me just do hashtag M4M. And then my friend was like, why are you hashtagging it mask for mask? And I'm like, no, it's Matthias for makeup.
Oh, man.
So funny. So what are you guys who are watching us live on Instagram, what are you guys thinking of the new James Charles Instant Influencer YouTube competition show that just started 3 weeks ago? I think they just finished maybe episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me know what you guys think of it. You know, I have my thoughts.
Same.
Chris, are you, did you watch Friday's episode?
It was 3, right?
I'm not sure if it was 3 or 4, but the competition, the first challenge they had to do in the first 10-15 minutes was they had to make an apology video. Did you see that one?
Oh yes. I watched that one.
I thought, oh my God. Okay, so I understand that it's got to be YouTube influencer inspired, competitions, right? But I thought, why are you going to really go there and ask these kids to make a fake apology video and then judge them on how real they came across with their tears or with how they made it? Because I thought that's like saying that every time you see an influencer do an apology video that it's all been staged and fake, just like you're seeing in this competition. That's kind of that was not the right play, I don't think. It
just seemed really tacky to me.
Yes. I totally agree.
Yeah, I feel that.
Especially
I feel like it should have been makeup based and talent based for artistic ability, not necessarily for acting ability.
Yeah. I out of all the episodes and all the little competitions they're doing, I thought, okay, that's not a good choice. I don't know, like I get it, but
I get it for humor. I can understand it for that.
But it sends a message to like the 12, 13, 14-year-olds who now think, oh, does that mean that, so-and-so is crying, but it was all staged and it was acting? Oh, okay, that's all right then. That's cool to do.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you there. Bruce said, I was thinking, does this mean all of his previous apology videos were fake? Well, he did act pretty well when he gave them the example. Tyler said, looking good on the eyes, you guys. Thank you.
Exactly. The Ruth Phillips. You know what I mean? Like you felt that. Yeah, exactly. That's totally true. Yeah. Adion New says, now that apology challenge was a choice. Exactly. Thank you, Kyle. Okay, so I need to go into my lash line and do a darker liner. And rather than do black, I mean, I have a black here, but rather than do black, I thought, you know what? Let me use the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Private, which is a navy blue.
Just ooh, that'll be pretty.
Do something kind of different. It might not even really show up on camera, but I just thought, okay, it's a choice. Rather than black, I'm going to do a navy blue.
You know, whenever they first introduced that he was going to be doing it, I was very not interested at that point in time. Just kind of where everything was with the influencers, like the big six, I guess. That all kind of, I don't know, just made me tired. I was tired. And I didn't really care anymore. I wanted to do my own thing over on my own place and just forget about that stuff.
Okay.
And then now that it's come out and I'm watching it, aside from, like, if I leave out any kind of social scandals or the people that are, any of the people that are hosting or anything like that, when I look at the contestants and what it's doing for them, I like that. I think that's really cool because it's a show basing, you know, their talent and getting them exposure. Even though, you know, even if they went home the first day, they're still getting tons of exposure just from being on the show that one time.
Yeah, I agree. Although I did hear somebody else, somebody who has a YouTube channel who does commentary videos, or a female who does commentary videos. She did a video. She's doing a kind of a series episode review every time. And I think after the second episode, I watched a few minutes of her stuff, and she said that the first or second person eliminated, she's gone to their channel to see if it's blown up, and they've picked up like maybe 50,000 subscribers, or 100 maybe. But still, when the competition show on his channel is getting like 8 million views, you would think that the person being on the show would be picking up way more subscribers, and it's not happening.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, on the same note, some are better than none.
That's so true. Well, why the fuck do you think I'm here?
Yeah, right.
No, I wouldn't do this with anyone. I really do think you're a nice guy and you're sweet, and we do have a lot in common privately, so I feel connected.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that you fell into my trap.
Yes, your thirst trap. That's why she put that palette out. It's her thirst
you
trap.
fell right to the bottom.
She put me on the bottom, honey. I've got 160,000 subscribers, and she put me on the bottom.
I like the yellow. I'm glad we did the yellow.
Yeah. This is a total collaboration. I'm like, oh, you want to do yellow? Okay, let's do yellow.
It's perfect for spring.
Hi, guys. We're so glad that you popped in and said hi. For those of you guys who are just joining us, I don't know if you're my fan or Christopher's fan, but we're dual live streaming on Instagram, and we're also filming our makeup on our DSLR cameras in high def in a wider frame so that we can post these on Christopher's YouTube channel tomorrow. So make sure that you go and follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And
yes. Oh, and to let it be known, our Instagram live has 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Let's leave it after this hour, and then we can jump over back to YouTube. So anybody that's on the live that wants to see the finished look and the entirety of the video with everything together, can jump over to YouTube tomorrow and see the video.
Yeah, because I want to do lashes and bronzer and highlight and a little lip. And yeah, so if you guys want to see it, you got to go over to Chris's YouTube channel. And tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Matthias4 Makeup, you can see the live interview I did with Christopher and learn a little bit more about him. Kind of like what it's like to be a new YouTuber, social media person, content creator, and what his motivations are And yeah, so it's going to be a really good Monday makeup chat over on my channel. And on his channel, we're going to do the makeup demo. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm going to use a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, I think. And I'm either going to use it, I think I'm going to use it over the blue to just add a little bit of like a toppery, shimmery sheen.
What color is it? Let me see. The one that you...
There's two, and I'm trying to decide between them. Oh, never mind. There's no deciding. I'm going to use this one.
Okay. And you're putting that right on top of the blue?
Yeah.
To try and add like a frost dimension.
Yes.
That could be the name of our new band or group or girl group.
Yeah.
A frost dimension.
I love it. I'm going to have to make that an eyeshadow name in my eyeshadow palette when I launch my brand.
Yeah.
The frost. That's so funny. Ooh, I'm so glad I decided to do that.
Yeah?
Yes, it's very pretty.
It's brightening up the blue too a little bit.
I'm going to use the 3D foam ink lashes from Makeup Geek in the style Nicole.
Oh, those look a lot like mine. I'm going to use the Annette 69 Smoked Out Lashes from Beauty Creations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lash Power, unite. Okay, I'm going to put a fresh coat of mascara. Because I always do my mascara before my lashes.
Okay, I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. Really, this is it for me. Just got to finish off the lower lash line mascara. Okay, guys, this is the finished look for both of us. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. I think his looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much. You know, this palette came out much, much, much better than it did the first time I used it. A month ago on my YouTube channel, this was a hot mess. If you guys want to go check out that video, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called Could This Be the Worst Eyeshadow Palette I Ever Used? So I was really excited that you wanted to do a collab and get into this look because it came out much, much better than it did the first time I used it. You're just my good luck charm.
I guess so. I'm glad it worked out this time at least. I know with using this Thirsty palette, this was only the second time I'd used it, which the first time I used it, I really only used one shade anyway. So technically, I didn't really test it out. This time, though, I did use some of the bright colors that are in the palette, and I know for sure next time I need to definitely take the advice that I gave you and to make sure that I go in with a tacky base on using these bright colors because my blue did get a little bit patchy. And I know if I would have gone in with a tacky base like you did, like some masterful artist you are, that I would have probably gotten close to the same result. And yours looks fantastic. So I definitely need to follow that the next time I do it.
Well, you know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have like thought to do that. I'm old school in so many ways. You know, Makeup Forever eyeshadows back in the 90s were like the best of the best, and the pigment was so rich and it was so strong that like you could layer that like lasagna. It didn't matter if you were putting black on top of red and then you changed your mind and wanted to do blue. Those eyeshadows were the bomb, but they're no longer the same. So yeah, all these new eyeshadow palettes, you know, they're a little finicky, right?
They really are a little finicky, especially working between different pressed pigments and different eyeshadows because half the time you don't even know what you're going to be working with. So you don't know kind of how you need to finesse it to make that finicky thing go away. So it's kind of good to bounce ideas off of each other just so you kind of know what can work or not.
I know. We'll have to do this again. Maybe we'll do it on my channel next time.
Sounds great. I love it. Yeah, speaking of his channel, don't forget, you guys, please go follow Matthias. He is an amazing artist, and he gives a lot of great tips on his channel as well. Okay, guys, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA.
You can follow me at Matthias4, number 4 makeup on everything. Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel, where I've been doing professional makeup artistry techniques and tutorials for over 8 years. So come on over.
And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this. And that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.